Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for clicking to watch me talk. My name is Tare. I love to create videos for entrepreneurs, small business owners like myself, and sometimes I like to share my faith walk with God. So welcome back to my channel. Here in this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 high profit business you can start in 2024. Um, if you have done your research, you can even start in 2023. But this business, I will give you high profit, a high return on investment. Yes, that's the word. So let's get right into this video. Yes, I know we want to do business, but at the same time, we also want to look at business that will give us high ROI, return on our investment. And these businesses are sure to give you that, although you might end up investing your capital might be a bit huge for a start, but if you do the work and you put in proper planning, research, strategy to place, you will get the proper return on investment. Hi, so if you're yet to subscribe, kindly do subscribe right now. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscriber, and I just also want to let you guys know I hit my goal for the year. My goal for this year is to, number one, get at least 1,000 subscribers. Number two, get monetized. I know that money on YouTube via AdSense is not a lot, but it was just a goal for me, and I just wanted to tick it off the box to just say, yes, Tara, you did it. So thank you all for making me achieve my goal and making my dream come true. So let's continue with the video, guys. The very first one is vacation rentals. Yes, with this era of Airbnb, a lot of people are turning their space to Airbnb spaces. But what you can also do is take it a step further by making it vacation friendly. With this era of so many content creators, people want to really show where they are, what they are doing, what they are eating, where they are sleeping. If you take that into consideration and have a vacation space but for rent, trust me, you're going to make money. I saw somewhere around, if you're here in Ghana, I saw somewhere around La Paz. I told my friend that I was going to go there, or I am going to go there to at least spend 2 nights away from the hustle and busy Accra nature. I would like to go there for at least 2 days to relax, sleep, wake up, eat, and do all of that. So yes, real estate is cool, but you taking it a step further to saying you just want to have a space for vacation and people rent. When people from the diaspora come to Ghana, they would like to stay in a very beautiful, cozy, vacation-friendly home. So yes, you want to think of going into this, especially if you're someone that likes real estate one, or you've been thinking of an investment to go into, a business to go into that will yield results. Having a vacation rental space is one thing that will give you high return on investment, but first you have to put in the work. Second on this list here is having a bakery. I'm not even talking about cake and all of that. I'm talking about bread. Back then when I was in Nigeria, my sister-in-law used to have a bakery, and trust me, she used to cash out. Yes, in the beginning phase, before she got her feet in the business, it was a little bit not so balanced, but once she got her feet down, trust me, she had people calling her right, left, center. She had schools she supplies to in the morning. She has homes she supplies to in the morning, and the return on investment is quite high. So you want to think of going into the bakery industry. Just bread. Don't even do too much. Just different type of bread, wheat bread, sugar bread, butter bread, tea bread, and then have people on your list that you supply to every day. The average, or the average home here in Ghana, Nigeria as well, and I'm sure Africa to be precise, we like bread. We like bread. If you're in Nigeria, you know agege bread. You want to eat agege bread in the morning. Here in Ghana, I love my sugar bread. Right now I'm trying to cut back on my bread, but in as much as I'm cutting back, I still eat bread like twice a week. How much more the household that eats bread every morning, right? So you want to go into the bakery industry. You want to structure it proper, get your list of people that you'll be supplying. I know before you even get to the supplying part, you have to put in structure, you have to put in a lot of work. But with my research, bakery business is one business to give you high return on investment, and also the longevity of it too is top notch. So you might want to think of going into this business if you're looking at businesses that will give you high return on investment. Third on this list, guys, is selling handmade craft. So the thing with handmade, the thing with artistic handmade item is you cannot put a price on it. Even if people say, "Oh, you're overpricing," this is your work. And when I mean handmade craft, it's not necessarily you being an artist, like this big artist. You can do it in your own small way. Like a typical example is even selling mirror arts, right? You see, I'll try and see if I can leave pictures of videos that I saw on Instagram and even TikTok. You see the way people create this mirror art. Some even do drawings on it. When I get my hands on something like that and I have the money, I'm going to pay for it, right? So that's the thing with handmade artistic things. I also saw someone, this one I have been seeing it for years, but I've not seen anybody here in Ghana doing it. So I think it's also a big business. Still in the handmade craft, is selling rugs. There's so many of these guys on TikTok, even ladies doing this thing. So they put their own artistic approach to it, and then you can put whatever price point you want to, because this is your own creation. You created this item out of maybe something that was already existing, but at the same time, you add your artistic approach to it. You can put whatever price point you want on it. You also see people making handmade stuff on sneakers and all of that. Even if the sneakers, for example, is $50, and then this person decides to hand draw something on the sneakers or whatever they want to do on it, they can decide to put whatever price point they want to put on it, because now their own artistic approach is in the item. So selling handmade craft, anything that has to do with some kind of an artistic approach, will give you high return on investment. Yes, you have to maybe make down investment of maybe the machine you're going to use, like the rugs I mentioned earlier. I think you have to use some sort of a heavy duty machine, learning the skill and all of this. But once you put all of these things into perfection, there's a high return on investment on this business. Okay, so another on this list is engraving services. Now, I love to engrave things when I can, if it's accessible to me. I can remember there was a time I went to Osu. Sorry, I'm here in Accra, Ghana. So if you do not know this name, I'm sorry. But I went to Osu to get perfumes for myself. And then the lady attending to me, she wanted to pack it and she asked me, she said, "Would you want me to engrave your name on the bottle?" And at that moment, I was like, "Oh, yes, I want it." And she said, "Okay, it's going to take 2 days. Come back for it. So we're going to send it to you." And I left and it was sent to me. Very beautiful perfume bottle with my initials on it. I loved it. But ask me why I did that, because the bottle now I've thrown it away. But you see the thing with engraving names or initials. Some people even engrave stuff on their rings, on their bags, gifts they want to give to people. So imagine you having this machine, knowing the skill, you can charge what you want to charge, right? Then you also, let's say for example, you want to add an artistic approach to something, like let's say a design on a particular bag that you engraved, right? It is your own approach. It is your own engraving machine. You can charge what you want to charge, and there's a high return on investment. There's demand for it first, and there's a high return on investment, because I'm quite sure within 6 months into the business, you should be able to recuperate your capital, and then you should have made enough profit on it. So if you're thinking of a new business to start that will give you high return on investment next year, you might want to think of engraving services. Okay, so 3D printing, guys. 3D printing is it. When I was in Lagos, when I was doing my hustling in Lagos here and there, this was about maybe 10 years ago, 3D services was mostly for, like, I don't know if you're familiar with Lagos, you know Shomolu. When you go to Shomolu, you see just very few people back then that had this 3D printing services, right? But right now, in as much as there are a lot of people that have the machines for 3D printing, the demand is high and also people are cashing out in that industry. But here in Ghana, we do not have these things as much. So if you're thinking of a business to go into, you want to think into investing into 3D printing machine. I have a friend that he does the engraving. I wanted to do some 3D printing. We are still looking forward to do it at that is not so far from me. The other options I've been getting really far with my research. A lot of people are not doing this, and there's a high demand for it in the market. So do not just sit down and say, oh, I don't have a business idea. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to start, but I have money in the bank. You want to pick one of these businesses that I have listed and run with the idea. I don't know if I mentioned my name, but my name is Tare. Thank you for sticking with me to the very end of this video. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.